In this video, we will be discussing the area of a triangle and how to find the area of any type of triangle, not just a right triangle. So let's say you have a side angle sided triangle, which is you have two sides and you have the angle that is in between those two sides. You can actually find the area using one of these formulas. Basically, all these formulas are completely the same. Basically, you take the two sides, you're going to multiply them by the sine of the angle, and you're going to take half. So in this case, it is going to be 1/2 times 52 times 90 times the sine of 102 degrees. So again, don't forget that your calculator needs to be in degree mode, but if you type all this into the calculator, you will get the area of this triangle. Which is 2288.9 meters squared. It should be squared because this is the area of a triangle. And that's it. That is all you have to do. So for example, let's find the area of this triangle. So first we need to make sure that it is a side angle side triangle. So if you were to draw this triangle, doesn't really matter what the triangle looks like, but if that's A, that's 68 degrees, that is B, that is C. Little b is 8 and little c is 5. So therefore, yes, this is a side angle side because we have two sides and we have the angle that is in between the two sides. So therefore, we can actually, all we're going to do is just take half and we're going to multiply the two sides together and we're going to multiply that by the sine of your angle. And you will get 18.54 centimeters squared. Again, it is squared because it is the area. Now, the other type of triangle that you can also do this to is a side triangle. So in case you have this side triangle, you can actually do Heron's formula, which basically states that the area is going to be the square root of S, which S represents this formula, multiplied by each of them minus each side, which is, I know, very weird. So basically, the first thing you're going to need to do in this case is actually find S. So we're going to add 10 plus 12 plus 16 together, and we're going to divide that by 2. So you would get 19, I believe, because 12 and 16 is 28, plus 10 is 38, divided by 2 is 19. So we now know 19. Now we can plug into the formula. So the formula is going to be the square root of 19 times 19 minus A times 19 minus B times 19 minus C. So we can either put that whole thing in the calculator or we can clean it up. 19 minus 10 is 9, 19 minus 12 is 7, and 19 minus 16 is 3. So 19 times 9 times 10 times 3 is 3,591. And you take the square root, and you will get 59.92. And we do not have units, so we just stick with 59.92 would be the area of that triangle. So we need to figure out, is this a side angle side or is this a side triangle? And automatically, since we have all three sides, it's automatically going to be a side triangle. So therefore, the first thing we need to do is we need to find S. S is adding up all the sides and dividing by 2, which is going to be 16 and 5 is 21 divided by 2, so it is going to be 10.5. So therefore, now we can plug it into the formula. So we'll have 10.5 times 10.5 minus 5 times 10.5 minus 7 times 10.5 minus 9. So we can either put that whole thing in the calculator or we can clean it up. 10.5 times 4.5 times 2. No, it's not. It's 5.5. Sorry. 5.5 times 3.5 times 1.5. And you will get 17.4 for your area. Now, in this case, we kind of have a problem because the only two ways we find the area is when we have two sides in an angle or we have all three sides. We don't have either of those here, but we can use law of sines in order to figure it out. So for example, we know these two angles, 35 and 40 is 75. If we subtract that from 180, that means I know that this angle is 105 degrees. Now that I know an angle and its opposite side, I can automatically find one of my other sides. It doesn't really matter which one. I'm going to go ahead and find little a. So I know that sine of 105 over 10 is going to equal sine of 35 over little a. So I know that little a is 5.938. And now we are going to use the side angle side formula, which is we're going to take two sides and the angle in between the sides and be able to use the formula. So 1/2 times one side times the other side times sine of the angle in between. And I believe we will get 19.08 for our area.